Well, Brett Eldredge, it's a pleasure to have you here at Smooth Country.
Great to be here.
So you've been on a bit of a tour, not just around the UK, but in Europe as well, like
Yeah,
on the mainland. How's it been going?
it's been amazing. I started in Zurich, Switzerland, and I haven't stopped since. I've been, I think, 9 shows, and London will be my final show at Shepherd Bush Empire. So it's been a great run. The crowds have been so passionate, and just it's been one of the best touring experiences of my career, I think. So I'm blown away. I'm having a blast.
Brilliant.
And not a day goes by, I don't need your smile, I don't feel your heart in every mile. Empty streets and whistling pine, but not a day goes by, you don't crowd my mind.
And you've chosen to come in the winter time, of course.
Yes.
You had this wonderful, fluffy big coat you
Yes,
came into
yeah.
the studio a moment ago.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward? I mean, apart from the fact that you're here to perform, are you looking forward to going back home though? Because it's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been a while, I do look forward to going home, but I'm a traveler at heart. So when I get home for 4 days or more, then I'm ready to get back on the road. So excited to get back, and then I'm sure I'll quickly want to be back here. So
So it's basically a question of whatever you're doing, you kind of want to do the other thing after
yeah,
a while.
I live for traveling. It's just a beautiful thing, and it takes me out of my normal comfort zone. And when I'm around, I like to see new things, and that's what inspires me to make music and connect with people. And so I think that's why this tour works really well for me, and my band has that same kind of energy too. So it's a beautiful thing.
And what a great way to see the world. You're working and touring, and
I'm a kid from a little tiny town of 8,000 people, so I mean, to think that this is what I get to do, and we get to play these big venues back home and all that, but to come over here and build something new and see new fans and energy, and start to see all the clubs and venues here start to get packed, and that's really special. That's I when I was growing up, all I could see was the people in my little town, and hoping one day I could play in a big city or something, let alone overseas in a different country, and different part of the world. So this is definitely a dream come true.
I was going to say, you literally are living that dream, because
Yeah.
everybody in their childhood has a moment or two where they think, oh, if only, but you're
Yep.
doing it. So
Doing it somehow.
that's brilliant.
Somehow, I don't plan on stopping either. I think this is something I want to do I played a show with Tony Bennett last year. I did a TV thing with him, and I was thinking he's 90 and I'm 32 or whatever at that point. And I was like, I want to do it till then, as long as I still got the love like it looked like he has, and that's what I want to keep doing, is just have that fire and have that passion, and that's what keeps me going every day.
Wouldn't that be a great run?
Heck
If
yeah.
you could last that. What I was going to ask you as well, I'm always fascinated. Do you notice as a performer any difference in the audiences when you travel all around the world, like from the American markets, let's say, to the European or beyond?
Yeah.
Or is there a difference?
Yeah, it's different. It really is. I mean, of course, the crowds back home are incredible. Here, it's another level of what other artists told me before I came here, which is everybody. I'm a big person that believes in the album as a whole body of work, and I've really noticed that over here, is everybody knows number 9 on the album just as much as they know the ones that went number 1, and the big hits. A deep album cut is a number 1 to them, which is great. That's huge in my mind, is just everybody's passion for all the music, and that makes me want to continue to make albums and bring them over here, and keep on making music they want to hear and sing to. So I think there is another level of passion in a different way that we don't always get to experience back home, and it's refreshing and it's inspiring.
Well, that's the sign of a super fan, isn't it? When they know all the work
Yes.
inside out.
Sure feels good to
Now, you've been working on new material as well. You've been writing last year, and how is that progressing? And
Yeah, it's going amazing. I mean, I think I've landed on something that I've always tried to push for, and I had to take the time to sit back and just let it happen, and just kind of get quiet and get away from the world a little bit. And I got a flip phone. Like I took a year to kind of get away from it all, which was huge for me. I got a Polaroid camera. I was taking pictures of Polaroids
Oh, wow.
and just really getting away from the noise and all the craziness of the world to kind of figure out what I wanted to say and kind of work on myself. And then in that process, I found a profound, a lot of things that I really wanted to say in my music. And it was just, it was powerful. It's amazing how much you kind of block out in your life and you just stare at your phone or whatever you're flipping through, and then you really pay attention to you, and you don't pay attention to what you want to say and who you are. And I think I really found that, and the music really, really shows that.
It's funny you should say that because, I mean, for all of us, I have two lads who are now at university, but, you know, we're all, and I'm always telling them, you know, put your phone down, do something else with your life. And funnily enough as well, I had Kelsey Ballerini here a few months ago, and she said a very similar thing. We can all be so focused on that phone now that, you know, you forget about the real things. But for an artist, that must be even more important.
Oh, man, so important. I mean, that was one of the, and don't get me wrong, I've spent so much, I used to be on my phone all the time and still do at times, but like to be able to step away from it, and just see that, I started to get all these song ideas and all this, and just all this inspiration. I went to the beach to start the year last year to start creating this record, and I just sat there in a rainy California beach. Somehow it was raining, and it hardly ever rains there. And I sat there and I started getting all these song ideas coming to me and all these different melodies and all these things, and I just decided to lean into that. And lean into the things you're a little bit scared of and the loneliness of it and everything, and really figure out who I am and what I want to say with this music. And it is really powerful.
Well, there's a lesson from your point of view to everybody listening to this or watching this, that, you know, sometimes you just put it away and maybe other good things will come.
They will.
Now, you've written material, songs for other people too. And I'm always interested in the psychology of you've crafted this piece of work and you don't use it yourself. So in other words, you don't record it yourself. So where's the payoff for, that's mine, I'm gonna use it, I want to make it a hit, or you almost hand it over to someone else?
Yeah.
How does that work for an artist?
I think for me it works because I think that to be able to see somebody put their spin on something that you've created is another form of your art, and that's beautiful.
I wasn't expecting that, but that's a good twist on it.
Because I remember sitting in the room creating this song by myself, you know, or with another person, and we're creating this song, and we're thinking, in my mind, I'm just thinking I just want to write a great song, and then maybe for whatever reason it doesn't fit my music, or maybe the record I'm making. Maybe at some point, sometimes I hold them for myself, but you know, especially when I started, I was just trying to write great songs, and some of them just didn't fit doesn't mean they're not a great song, but they didn't fit the route I was going. And I would love to see, it's such an honor to have another artist, you know, say, I could write this or whatever, but I hear this and this speaks to me as if I wrote it. And when they take it and make it their own, that's such another cool level of creativity that I never thought I'd get to tap into, and I luckily have. So.
Well, now I understand why you might pass it on.
Yeah, you gotta pass it on, because I've had songs passed along to me, and I've learned a lot from other writers by hearing their songs, and most of the songs I write myself, but there's been a couple of them that through the years that really spoke to me. I was like, this song feels like it's meant for me. I meant to record this, and I didn't write it, but you know, it's special. So I think it's important to listen to everything out there, and there's a lot of very talented people in the world.
So if you don't mind, I'd like to know you better. Take me the long way around your town. Were you the queen with the silver crown? I want the secrets you keep, the shine underneath of the diamond I think I just found. Take me the long way around.
You're involved with production as well, aren't you? It's not like just the process of the song, but is that really important to you, to the finished product, that it sounds just how you want?
Yeah, I think I've learned through making this. I guess my fourth record will be fifth with my Christmas record. Yeah, 5 records. Once my new record comes out, but it's yeah, I've learned like where to insert myself and where to step back and just let the music be the music, you know. And I'm not a go to the 4 chord or go to the 6 minor chord. I'm not one of those guys. I just know feel. I know energy. I know where my heart feels it, but I don't know how to always explain it. So getting with people that are better than me at the more technical side, and I can kind of be a feel vibe guy, has been really good for me. And also, learn more to just listen and get the heart of the song, and then let the incredible musicians and everybody kind of bring it to life, and knowing to step back and just sing and feel it and not add too many things and just let it be organic. And that's how I've started to really become even more of a creator, I think.
That's quite a thing, not
So it
too
sounds
much.
like I'm just saying just be lazy and just let it, but it's not really
at
that.
all.
It's just try not to overthink it. And I think we all are guilty of that at some point in our lives.
And most of us can relate to that. And sometimes it's better if you don't overthink things and just go with it.
Yes.
Just go with it. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm really interested as well, because you were here last year for C2C, and so there's a big bill, and you're one of many people on the card, if you like. And then this tour where it's you. Is there a preference or not?
The
As a
size of
performer.
venue as a
No, so rather that it's just Brett's gig,
Oh, yeah,
or it's like a whole lineup.
I like all of it.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting to, like last year, I was backstage with Keith Urban, and I opened for him twice through the years on which usually a lot of artists don't open twice for an artist, but he helped me out so much growing up through this business that it was really cool to be backstage with him. And Cam, who was on the tour, opened for me on my first kind of big headline tour. So so she was backstage. So it was like, that was kind of cool, but also, so I love that, and having everybody there as a whole experience. Everybody's there at C2C, and everybody's there for country music and the stories they're going to hear, and it's a great energy. And then also like having just my fans there too. It's great. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool to do both.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And so and also, there might be some people there to see Keith that weren't there to see me, and all of a sudden they leave a fan of mine, or they might be there to see me and not, Cam or whatever, and they come out and they're a huge fan of Cam, whatever. So that's really cool. And I think when you realize we're all trying to do the same thing of just connecting with people through music and helping each other out, I think it's an important lesson to learn, and just ride that wave and help each other out and experience it together.
Well, as fans, we'd like to think that, you guys get on well, and it's all, you want to support each other. And I know some artists really do that. You mentioned Keith, and he appears at other people's gigs, and he pops
Yeah.
up with his guitar and all sorts of things. It's lovely. And it's not always like that in the music industry, throughout, because there's a lot of rivalry, and so it's good to hear that. It really is.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah,
is.
and, I mean, the fact that, like, everybody has a competition in sports or music or whatever. But I mean, there's room for everybody. If you're making good music, then it's from your heart, it's gonna get out there. And so I try to step away from that as much as possible, and just enjoy making the music and make it with my friends.
Oh, cool. That sounds great.
Christmas morning, Thanksgiving prayer, stories of a family that I never had. Well, sometimes I find myself wishing I'd been there. When she calls me Raymond, she thinks time or sun. She tells me get washed up for supper before your daddy gets home. And she goes on about the weather, how she can't believe it's already 1943. She calls me Raymond, and that's alright by me.
Radio is a beautiful thing, and I think everybody should have a shot to have a song out there.
Absolutely agree about that.
Yeah.
So, as for your fans, what's next for you? What are you hoping to do, from now on?
For me, I mean, I think I've really tapped into caring, finding more of the things that I really want to focus that I care about in life, and then not just doing everything. It's like doing what I love and forgetting about the rest of it. You know what I mean? I think I've found a focus of my true love for music again, and I think for me, I think this album will be the launch of kind of a self-awareness for me as a person, and an honesty that people haven't heard out of me. I mean, I've always been honest with my records, but it's definitely another level of depth and kind of truth through what the lyrics say, and also what the sound of the music kind of steps back and lets me sing and tell these stories in a way that I haven't got to. So I think it's going to be a big next chapter, I think, for me and my fans together, just helping each other along through this ride. And I think I'm really excited for that, and stepping into being comfortable, very comfortable with that too. So.
That song that gets you high, makes you dance, makes you fall. The melody, rewind tears, won't disappear. Makes time song, be those words that fill you up. Roll your windows down, keeps you young, makes you believe you're right where you belong. Be that song.
It sounds like it's been a very thoughtful time, mindful. People
Yeah.
talk about mindfulness and that sort of thing, and it covers a multitude. But it sounds like that's really been going on for your life. So I can't wait to hear the music that comes out of that.
Oh yes, there's a lot of that in this album.
Oh, brilliant! Well, that makes me even want to hear it more now.
Yes, soon it's coming, hopefully.
Can you tell us any more or not, or is it still not?
It's still not all drawn up. It's like in
Okay.
the process of being drawn up now. So I wish I had an answer, but I don't yet. But I know that it's very heavily in the process right now, and it's going to be really special.
But as an artist, you must be so excited when you've got this body of work that you've been like crafting, and then it's almost coming out to release time, or you can tell everybody. That must be almost.
I was talking about it before we got in here. I was like, man, I just can't wait to get this stuff out to the world. I've been living with it for a while now, creating it and still creating it. But you get so excited about it, and you just
bet.
And your fans get excited about it. You're like, trust me, I want it out as much as you do, but I want it to be right, and I don't want to rush it, and because I think this is going to be a really important album, and I want it to be right for my fans and for myself, because ultimately that's what it's all about. So it's heavily in the process. I'm very, very anxious to get it out there, but time flies right now, and it's going to be here soon.
Well, really looking forward to it, and I wish you the best of luck with it as well.
Yes, thank you.
Too much fun.
Hey, this is Brett Eldredge, and you're listening to Smooth Country. Just great country.